Dan, you know what time it is? It's D&D time.
Oh!
Spencer, if you would, release the character sheets.
All right.
Aaron McGathy, back to the stage.
I lost my vodka cup. Oh, it's behind Jeff. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. Finally, someone in the audience yells out something practical with the location of my booze. I'm sorry, that was abusive. You know what it is? It's like you leave the Midwest, you come back, and you start acting like a dick. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My someone just told me my shoe's untied. And when someone tells me my shoe's untied, I go berserk. Yes, I know it's untied. Oh, thank you.
All right, Spencer, if you would, bring us up to date in our campaign.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z. Old joke. Our heroes trapped.
Yeah. Stay up here, Frito.
Frito will advise me if I need a little.
Our heroes, trapped deep within the bowels of the mythical Infinifish, discovered a master swordsman. After some prodding, Valicent the swordsman decided to journey deeper with the party. They headed fish west to a passage covered in acid-filled trenches. Using Tender's floating disc to cross the passage, they launched themselves through a meat curtain. There they saw a mysterious eye stalk. Using multiple abilities, the creature charmed Quark. But after a fearsome nail-biting action sequence, the eye was destroyed. The group looked on to the 3 ways ahead before deciding which way to proceed. So do you guys remember you just killed that eye thing? There's 3 different paths.
Right.
Yeah, there's 3 blue portals, right?
Yeah, they're like holes in the wall.
Are they labeled at all?
They are not labeled.
As a ranger, do I have any sense for the right direction?
You have a pretty good sense of direction, but most of that is reliant on weather and or local flora and fauna and not the inner organs of a beast.
Gentlemen, I'm pretty confident it's the door on the far right.
All right.
Or just power of elimination.
I detect magic on all 3 of these orifices.
Neither of them are magical.
None of them are magical.
All right, being a barbarian, known for my whimsy, I walk up to the center portal and I approach it and examine it.
It looks the same as the other 2.
How big is it?
What's up?
How large is this portal?
I'd place it at about 2.5 feet wide.
I put a finger in it.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
I ask the far left door if I say, if I ask the right door if I should take the middle door, will it tell me yes?
It gives a feeble shuttle.
Dance, magic, dance!
Valicent pipes up. What are you guys doing?
Shtick!
Oh, I like it.
We're doing bits!
I thought we were going to talk about swords.
Oh, right. Hey, Valicent, nice sword you got there.
Hey, man, thanks.
Where'd you get that sword?
It was forged in the fire of several thousand fire elementals.
No shit?
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
I have an emerald dagger. Do you like daggers or just swords?
They're like the baby sword, you know.
Okay. Well, have you seen my flaming sword? It's pretty wild.
I've seen it. I mean, can you make it strike far away?
Not yet, but can you teach me how to do that?
Well, as it happens, I can. But it involves harnessing your rage.
I harness my rage to learn how to do something.
If it were that easy, you'd
I'm an angry student.
Well, let's see. Swing your sword.
I swing my sword.
Nice. Your footing's a bit off.
So what?
Your footing's a bit off. Move your left.
Follow
foot.
through.
Right.
Musical montage. It's in the way that you use it. I swing a sword. Comes and it goes.
I try on different outfits.
I giggle and shake my head and say next with my mouth.
Visual gag.
Okay,
Sorry.
right. So I go through a musical montage with Valicent, and do I learn how to use my sword better?
Let's see here. Yep.
Well, shit. So
Now you cut to now you know how to use the secret of the far sword, but remember, you can only use it once in a short while.
Why don't both of you guys use it on two of these doors? And just in case there's something behind it that I'm sure there's not like a beautiful human being on the other side, right?
Just standing.
That would be the
against
worst
door.
case scenario, yeah. In fact, you know what? Let me handle that part. If there's a beautiful human being on the other side of any of these sphincters, you're about to get far sorted. If you're bound and gagged,
it's I'm bound and gagged now. Don't sword.
yeah, knock in that pattern.
Also, if there's a less beautiful being, you too move. You'll also be hurt.
Yeah, you'll be saving our lives. Okay, so why don't you guys far sword through these holes?
Okay. Do we risk killing somebody that we don't want to kill?
You could close sword them too. Like they're not across a chasm or anything, like you could walk up to it.
But we're worried about what's on the other side of them, like a trap or something.
Like something, I got you. Like something like a trap that could be cut and destroyed with a sword.
Yeah.
Well, I have trap sense.
That's true.
I sense traps.
You sense no traps.
Yeah.
And there's no traps.
Okay, I walk through the middle portal.
Nice. This passage has a high ceiling from which is hanging a large, shiny, vein-looking sack of flesh in the shape of a kidney bean. Several arteries run from various walls into the dangling organ. A huge central cord seems to be its main support coming down from the ceiling. You can also see what appear to be blue-white sparks of light with multiple arcing limbs crawling to and fro across the surface of the organ.
I asked Valicent if he'll follow me through the left what are the pucker thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm stammering more than usual. I explained that to him that I stammer sometimes, and then I take him through the left one.
Hey man, I'm a swordsman, not like a speech coach. Let's go.
I'm not. I wasn't fishing for anything, and I'm just explaining that I'm not.
Are you a finna fishing for something?
So, sweetie, go through the right door. Because if we're gonna take this thing out, we're gonna have to kill its organs. I say all at once, you know.
I think that's a good idea. I will.
Okay, so
I'll go through the right door.
I'm looking at, I think it's a kidney bean, so that's probably the kidney, right? So
It might be.
I'm looking at the kidney.
It's an infinikidney.
An infidney.
An infini.
Nice.
Guys, we're like a family.
Yeah. Let's all split up and let's attack each organ. Let's all go in through different portals at once, and it will each attack.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going through the left one with Valicent.
So I got the kidney. So you go through the left portal. What do you see in there?
Let's see here. This area is more covered in veins and arteries than other rooms. Above you is an intricate lattice of pinkish fibers and rope-like strands.
Oh, yeah.
The lattice starts about 30 feet above your heads, and the walls are pale pink, spiderwebbed with the delicate filigree of the veins. There are no exits, but above you, the whooshing of gases can be heard. You occasionally see a flash of blue-white sparks far overhead.
That's the lungs, right?
It's gotta be the lungs, baby.
Yeah. So I got the kidney, you got the lungs. Mulrain, go into the right portal.
Yes, sir. I go into the right portal.
4 slippery slopes lay before you, stretching down through inky blackness several hundred feet.
She found the balls.
You think that you could pick one of these, but you shouldn't be able to climb up too easily. It's like a water world or something, you know, like slides.
Oh.
Like water slides.
Yeah. Not like Waterworld.
All right. Well,
Not like the movie, like the knockoff park.
There was a park called Waterworld.
Yeah, man. What are the odds that there wasn't a park called Waterworld? Like, I'm just saying.
The burden of proof isn't on me, okay?
all right. So I'm in the kidney room.
Yeah, you are.
How far is that sack of a kidney bean-shaped thing hanging above me?
I'd say it's a couple feet ahead.
All right. So I attack it with my
vigor.
With my flaming sword.
Flaming sword attack. You strike the surface of the kidney bean, apparently, scoring a huge slice across its surface. It's then that you see the white-blue sparks approach. Quickly, they knit it back together, healing it.
Oh, fuck. That's why it's not called a temporary fish.
Dad. Just kidding. Is it my turn or?
Yeah. So you went south, you went
Sorry,
southwest.
can I punch up that joke?
Go ahead.
That's why they don't call it a finny fish.
Yeah.
Because it's finite.
Finite.
Yeah. I
All
guess.
right. Well,
A finite fish.
yeah. You know what, Madison? I love your donuts.
There's just 4 slopes that go downward in different directions.
I'm gonna go for it. I have a great sense of adventure. So I jump down. I close my eyes and I just jump
Randomly?
Yeah. Adventure!
Speeding down the slippery slope, you find yourself on a cushy landing. There appears to be a puddle of slime on the floor and a
Ew.
small spot that looks like a pulsating sphincter nearby.
Oh, guys.
You're by the butthole, probably.
Yeah. Guys, gotta see this!
You're several hundred feet and a meat curtain away.
Should we all go back up to the butthole? We should all get back out there, right?
You don't even know that happened.
Can they hear me if I call up to them?
No. I mean, you just did and they didn't, so.
Oh, okay.
What does this say? Silver staff of Silva?
Yeah, Silva. Do you remember that thing that you climbed up out of the hatch with?
Right.
Yeah, so it's a long pole. If you learn that if you tap it against something, it gets longer, and there's a button that you can press on it. You don't know what it does.
Press that button.
I press the button.
It gets stuck.
What do you mean it gets stuck?
It gets stuck.
Oh, the button does?
Try to unstick it.
I tap the staff on the...
It's stuck.
I try to unstick it.
It can't. It's stuck.
You just said try to unstick it.
Yeah. Try to unstick it.
Stop telling me what to do if it's not gonna... You're like a bully. I'm not hitting you. I'm not hitting you. What's he doing?
I'm sorry. The
Try to
button's
unstick
not
it.
stuck. The stick is stuck.
Stuck in what?
Stuck in wherever you had it last. You just can't move it. Because it's stuck.
Because is the button stuck or the stick?
No,
is
the
stuck?
stick is stuck. The button's not stuck.
Unstick the stick.
All right, so I push the button.
It becomes unstuck. I can't get a read on this audience, but I like it.
Yeah, I can't figure him out.
Yeah, I dig it. Well, that was, you just learned something.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me see if I did. I stick the stick into the meat around me.
Okay, you do that, and it gets taller. So if you hold on, it'll lift you into the air.
All right, I want to reduce it again.
Okay.
How do I do that?
You tap it again.
I tap it.
There you go.
Okay.
Bam.
I push the button.
It gets stuck.
Your relationship with Spencer has become curiously more paternal.
All right, just
in
give me a
Wisconsin.
second here, will you? I unstick. I push the button again.
Nice. It gets unstuck.
Okay. All right. Wow. It's like a tape measure.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right. Okay. All right. I can do this. Keep it
Fan
together,
art
Carmen.
of that exchange, the best gets a free T-shirt. Internet.
I mean, I'm sure it's not my turn anymore because I just did all that bullshit. But, if it were my turn, and I'm not saying it is, but I I would rather it not be so I can figure out what I want to do.
I take out my emerald dagger and attack the kidneys.
You attack the kidneys. Let's see if you hit. Let's see if you do damage. You do 7 damage, but again, those sparkles knit the wound. The sparks crawl across the wound, mending it. The sparks then approach you with menace.
Uh-oh.
They miss.
Thank God for that.
I know what I want to do.
All right.
Summon Monster 2.
Okay.
I want to summon my squid.
Okay.
Can I control what the squid does? Can I kind of like...
Yeah.
I tell the squid, grab all those lungs and squeeze them. Squeeze those lungs, Albert.
Albert the squid?
There are no lungs. There might be lungs far above you, but
Squeeze those alveoli. Squeeze those
arteries.
Things that Spencer described.
The squid fails to reach them. They're too far overhead.
I press the button on the squid.
Nothing happens.
Hate it.
Different squid, guys. Sorry, someone just asked a question.
Yeah, I heard the
All right.
last one.
Well. I put the staff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I tap it. I'm gonna climb up there. If
You're now on the lattice. You could climb it easily as if it were a ladder.
I do so.
You climb it easily as if it were a ladder.
My favorite thing about Spencer is how bored he seems.
I'm not bored.
I know you're not. I know you're not.
Yeah. You can see the flashes of light get closer and brighter. Darting to and fro across the strands, you can make out the spidery figures composed of bright light or some sort of energy.
Oh, shit.
The figures speed up as you get closer. You can see at the heart of this webby mesh is a large, thin wall of membrane behind which a bright glow is cast. You hear the whooshing of gas exchange, respiration. The membrane expands and contracts rhythmically.
That's the lungs.
And I can't reach that from here, but I bet a guy with a far sword power could.
I leave the kidney room and join Sharpie in the lung room.
That'd be too convenient. You don't know that he needs you.
Yeah, but he's not doing it for that reason. He's doing it because he owes me $5.
Yeah. I get lonely and I leave the kidney room and I call out to Sharpie.
Flashback to yesterday.
Hey, Kay, can I borrow $5?
Yeah, but I want it back. Like you always fucking forget about it.
Look, if we get separated, I'll fucking find you.
All right, well, but I'm serious. No matter what, I don't care what's going on. I want you immediately, 24 hours from now, to come find me. Give me my $5 back.
You're being an asshole.
Can you blame me?
Neither a borrower or lender be.
Well, do you want me to follow that?
I need $5 back.
Okay, fine. Swear to God. Swear to fucking God.
Okay. What God?
It's 3.
Okay. I swear to all 3 gods that if I ever get separated from you and I owe you this $5.
Blah blah blah. Flash forward.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right. Remembering that I owe Sharpie $5, I leave the kidney room and climb back through the whatever meat curtain or whatever portal I went through.
You don't know what meat curtain Sharpie's behind.
Shit.
I go through the left portal.
All right, great guess.
I remember, he was in the left one.
30 feet overhead, you see a pink mesh lattice of strands of some sort.
I use my climb ability to climb up the lattice.
Nope.
What?
Attempting to scale the wall, you fail miserably.
Sharpie!
Well, isn't the staff still?
Yeah, you can see a silver staff reaching above to the
I tapped the staff.
No, don't.
That's just it gets stuck, right?
It's still. I think it's just there.
I climb up the staff.
You climb up the staff.
Jesus
Above
Christ.
you see the unprotected loins of a robed figure.
Hey, Sharpie, your loins are hanging out.
Well, they don't do a lot else.
All right, here's the 5 I owe you. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Oh yeah. So good.
I use my far sword ability to slash at the lungs.
Calling upon your training and harnessing your rage, you brandish your sword with much vigor and expertise. With one clean stroke, you make a burst of wind emanate forth from your sword. A large slash appears in the membrane. You feel like you might be able to crawl through it.
I crawl through it?
You crawl through it. You're inside of what seems to be a large spherical chamber. There's holes in the ceiling, and through those holes you hear a gurgling noise before a large blob of snot drops onto the floor before you. It arranges itself into a spider-like form. You see blades appear on its limbs.
Jesus.
It looks ready to anger fight.
Sharpie, get in here.
I go through the membrane.
All right, that happens.
Meanwhile, by the sphincter,
Yeah, so there's a puddle of slime in that sphincter.
I tie some of my rope to an arrow.
Okay.
And I shoot the arrow up the slide from whence I came.
You can't shoot that far.
But I try really hard. Or I shoot half as far. Can I get like half the way up?
You can get half the way up.
I go half the way, and
Yep.
I shoot another arrow to get the other way, the other half up. While I'm doing this, I'm longing for Sharpie. I'm imagining that maybe Quark came across his loins, and I'm jealous.
With a sense of partial embarrassment and jealousy, you fire your arrow. It gets you towards the top of that ledge we were talking about.
All right.
By the way, for podcast listeners, my best high school friend Dave Friedel has been sitting up here the entire time.
I say,
David, as somebody who has known Dan for a very long time, what advice do you have to my character that's trying to seduce him?
From a character perspective, it's a good question. You could try
A color of submission.
No, it's not the power of submission. Well, in some sense it is. You kind of have to give in to his crazy ideas, right? So any of the wacky, goofy concepts that he's going to bring up, and if you can just simply follow and support on that, that's generally how it works best for Sharpie.
Thank you, Mr. Friedel.
so where are we at right now? So Dan and I are inside the
You're
lungs.
inside the lung thing.
And she's inside the butthole, or we don't know what.
You're back in the main room now.
She's
I'm in the
she's
main
back in
room.
the main room.
And she was aware of where Dan went, so you don't
All right.
even have to bullshit.
Can she rejoin us?
Bloop, she's there.
Okay, poof. So we're all in the lungs right now.
Yep.
All right, cliffhanger. Suspense, everybody. Aaron McGathy.
And let's please thank Dave Friedel for sitting up here showing you his severed toe.
Dave Friedel.
And for setting me down the path that led me here to playing Dungeons and Dragons with you. Because the truth is, I bought that Dungeons and Dragons shirt that Dave saw, but I actually, I just bought it because I thought it was cool, and I wanted to seem like a guy that played Dungeons and Dragons. I bought it at, I think I went to Gen Con and bought it.